again for joining me. This is Nicholas Jason Lopez of ProWrestlingOpinion.com, your go-to source for pro wrestling news, reviews, and all the stuff in between. We do book reviews, TV reviews, we do basically anything that has to do with the squared circle and those little ropes that are on the outer edge of them. You can come to us for that. Keeping in tradition with our series of interviews with the Dynamo Pro Wrestling promotion based out of St. Louis, Missouri. Back again is Mr. Luke Roberts, and I'll give him a second to introduce himself, and in case anybody hasn't heard of him, feel free to fill in my audience on what you do and, the fun that is Dynamo Pro Wrestling.
Well, first of all, Nicholas, thank you for having Dynamo Pro Wrestling here on Pro Wrestling Opinion. Dynamo Pro Wrestling, for over a decade, has been the premier professional wrestling organization here in the St. Louis metropolitan area. We bring a little bit of everything in the world of professional wrestling. If you're a fan of tag team wrestling, if you're a fan of singles wrestling, if you're a fan of women's wrestling, if you're a fan of independent wrestling, you're a fan of wrestlers from throughout this planet, Dynamo Pro Wrestling has a little bit for everybody. And I know for a fact, as of late, one of the big things that's been talked about in Dynamo Pro Wrestling has been the 2018 Riot on the River tournament. There have been wrestling websites, radio stations, you name it, all across this great country that have had the opportunity to talk about this year's Riot on the River tournament, and Pro Wrestling Opinion has been one of the front runners for the 2018 Riot on the River series. I mean, when you talk about Riot on the River, you have Pro Wrestling Opinion. I know there's several different other websites, including the Attitude of Aggression out of Bakersfield, California, the Rope Rebound out of Kansas City. We have Jake Ryan's wrestling podcast out of the Independence area in Missouri. A podcast you're very familiar with, Mr. Lopez, is the Wrestle Talk podcast. They've also been one of the forerunners as well. I also want to say, before we get too much farther along, I heard through the media grapevine that you had an opportunity just a couple of short weeks ago to be one of the featured guests on the Wrestle Talk podcast, and you were talking about all the great things that Pro Wrestling Opinion brings to the professional wrestling fan. If you haven't had an opportunity to make it a point to check out my good friend, Nicholas Lopez, make it a point to go to WrestleTalkPodcast.com. You can go back, and just a couple of weeks ago, you can hear him in all of his interviews glory, as he had opportunity to be on the program. Matter of fact, he had an opportunity talking about wrestling books. He was also on the same program with the man who wrote the biography, Memoirs of a Madman. Madman Pondo was also featured on that episode. So make it a point to check out WrestleTalkPodcast.com. Also check out EatSleepWrestle.com if you want to enjoy the Madman Pondo biography. And I'm going to tell you right now, Nicholas, things are hopping in Dynamo Pro Wrestling. And I got to say, just like I did a few minutes ago, Pro Wrestling Opinion is always one of the first in line to talk about Dynamo Pro.
It's always a pleasure. That in mind, want to tell us a little bit about the three events you had, in August. What are the latest happenings?
Well, right now, as you were talking about before, it's been really a chaotic time in Dynamo Pro Wrestling, as many of the followers of the Pro Wrestling Opinion website and the podcast have been made aware. A lot of history has taken place over the course of the last month. I can tell you right now, one of the first things that pops to my head is there is a brand new Dynamo Pro D1 champion. That's being Mike Outlaw, a gentleman I know you had an opportunity to speak with earlier this afternoon, this evening, depending on where you're at here in this great country of the United States of America or in the world. Mike Outlaw becoming the brand new Dynamo Pro D1 champion. And as I said before, a lot of things have taken place. We look back at the Riot on the River event back on August 3rd. 4 men have moved forward. 2 of them you've already heard from, the Dynamo Pro D1 champion Mike Outlaw and Mr. Extraordinary Benjamin Trust. They're going to be facing each other in the one semifinal matchup that will be held on Friday night, September 14th. The other interview, the other two men you're going to be hearing later on here through Pro Wrestling Opinion is going to be Billy McNeil taking on the Snitch in the other semifinal matchup. And Nicholas, I got to tell you right now, being in the media relations with Dynamo Pro Wrestling, it's been quite a challenge to make sure to jump through all of the legal hoops, so to speak, to have an opportunity to possibly speak with the Snitch. And for all the things that you've done, all the meetings you've attended, I know you and I have had a couple of conference calls with the Snitch's legal representation. I've got to say, for you to have the Snitch on Pro Wrestling Opinion, like I said, hopefully everything still works out and we don't have anything change at the last minute. But I got to tell you right now, to have all four men as the semifinalists of the Ride on the River tournament, that is kudos to you and all the great people at Pro Wrestling Opinion for making that happen. That's just the tip of the iceberg. I mean, we also look at, there was the crowning of the brand new, first time ever Dynamo Pro Wrestling Women's Champion, as the Empress of Evil, Reign Victoria, won a triple threat, no DQ Riot Rules matchup against the Little Blue Dragons, Judy Lynn Ramsey and Savannah Stone, to become the first ever Dynamo Pro Women's Champion. Also, to give you an idea, we've had a lot of issues going on with the Dynamo Pro Tag Team Championship, as the Agents of Chaos, who've been pretty dominant over the course of the last 9-10 months in Dynamo Pro Wrestling, recently suffered their first defeat since winning those championships, when they were defeated by the team of Jackal and Ricky Rodriguez. And like I said, right now there's a lot of issues in the camp of the Agents of Chaos, and I have to say, by far, one of the biggest stories in Dynamo Pro Wrestling is the continued rivalry between the Dynamo Pro Heavyweight Champion, the Wind of Destruction Makazi, and Lights Out Adrian Surge at the Ride on the River event on August 3rd. Lights Out Adrian Surge went up against Makazi for the Dynamo Pro Heavyweight Championship. Again, chaos, no pun intended, kind of came to the matchup as the Agents of Chaos interjected themselves, leading to the Wind of Destruction Makazi retaining the Dynamo Pro Championship. And since that point, these two men have been in countless matchups. And as of the last event, just this past Saturday, the events of the main event, the Caramel Bear CJ Shine defeating Makazi by disqualification, as the Wind of Destruction Makazi tried to choke out CJ Shine with a leather strap, which led to Lights Out Adrian Surge coming down to the ring with a leather strap of his own. And as a result of the events that happened at the very end of Back to School Bash, in addition to Riot on the River on Friday night, September 21st, it has been signed, the Wind of Destruction Makazi and Lights Out Adrian Surge will be competing in, I believe it's the first ever Lumberjack strap match. That's right. Lumberjacks will surround the ring, and all of them will have leather straps. I got to tell you right now, the month of September is definitely picking up in Dynamo Pro. But once again, the biggest thing, we're only about 17 days away from the crowning of the 2018 Riot on the River champion.
Certainly a lot going on there. That being said, what else is left for, Dynamo Pro coming into September and maybe even October?
Well, Nicholas, again, Dynamo Pro Wrestling, we've already talked about two of the major events that are going to be taking place in Dynamo Pro. We have Riot on the River on Friday night, September 14th, brought to you by the Bloody Bucket, the Loading Dock Bar and Grill, American Made Cleaning Service, Raptors Seedings and Games, Aries Screen Printing, and Computer Specialist on Friday night, September 14th. You can pick up your tickets at the Bloody Bucket, you can pick them up at the Loading Dock, and you can pick them up online, DynamoProWrestling.BigCartel.com. Matter of fact, just earlier today, I was made aware and had a very nice conversation with the great folks over at the Alton Telegraph newspaper. They wrote another feature story on this year's Ride on the River tournament. Also, in addition to the event for September 21st, Friday, September 21st, you should be able in the next couple days to pick up your tickets for that event at DynamoProWrestling.BigCartel.com. Also, for those wrestling fans that aren't necessarily in the St. Louis area, I know for the fact that Dynamo Pro Wrestling will be a part of WrestleFest 2, which will be held at the Blue Note in Columbia, Missouri on Friday night, September 7th. I know there are going to be several great matches as a part of that event as well. And I can tell you right now that there's going to be a couple of major events coming up later part of this year. I can tell you right now, too, it's already been announced, guys, based on the success and the interest, I guess, would be of the last event on December 15th, if I'm not mistaken on my date, December 15th, Dynamo Pro Underground will return to the Fubar nightclub in St. Louis. And I'll tell you right now, if you're a fan of that ECW gritty kind of underground style of professional wrestling, this is going to be a night that you're definitely going to want to check out Dynamo Pro Wrestling. The last time we had Dynamo Pro Underground, it was the first ever main event of women's action, as all three women that were mentioned in the Riot Rules match, Tootie Lynn Ramsey, Savannah Stone, and Reign Victoria, competed in a triple threat no DQ matchup. And I'll tell you, these ladies went tooth and nail at it. They went and they had they were using tables and guardrails and all sorts of things to make it a point to show who was the dominant female in Dynamo Pro Wrestling. And I'll tell you right now, there's a lot of things going on in Dynamo Pro, and the best way to check up and keep up on things is to make it a point. Check out Dynamo Pro Wrestling on Facebook, on Twitter, on all forms of social media. It'll be definitely a great summer into the fall and even into the winter with Dynamo Pro Wrestling.
Couldn't have summed it up any better myself. Well, thank you again for taking the time out to talk to us. Anything left you want to mention?
Well, I got to tell you right now, there's a lot of great things going on. Some of the big things to remember, though, is to make it a point, always make it a point to turn to Pro Wrestling Opinion for all of the updated news. You can find out things about the local scene. You can find out things on the national and international level. There's a lot of great things going on that you can find information out right here at Pro Wrestling Opinion. And Nick, I'm going to go ahead, and I know a lot of people have been talking about it. It's not necessarily a Dynamo Pro thing, but I got to tell you, it's got to be one of the biggest things in the world of independent wrestling. It's going to be taking place this Saturday night. You know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about All In. I got to ask you, Pro Wrestling Opinion, they've got things going. What are your thoughts going into All In this coming Saturday?
I still think the idea of it happening in of itself is a testament to the power of independent pro wrestling and its sheer influence. You can't just say, the Young Bucks and Cody Rhodes aren't going to just casually sell out a 10,000-seat arena. Now it's actually happening, and, now they have everybody, basically, all the eyes are on them. Granted, they might have created this pressure, so, will they succeed with the expectations? I mean, we'll ultimately have to wait and see to find out, but I haven't seen more hype about an independent wrestling show, at least being televised or streamed to this extent, for a long, long time. This might actually even be like the first one. I might even call it like an indie WrestleMania, so to speak. So, I'm hoping it leads to similar shows down the stretch. I think it's very, very much possible, given the talent pool that they have and, a lot of things that they have access to. If they could do things like All In, if it's a success, just imagine what else they could do.
Well, I couldn't agree with you more. Like I said, this weekend is going to be a great night. There's going to be a lot of different professional wrestlers, not just from the local scene, but the national scene, the international scene. And like you said, this is going to be probably the hot ticket this weekend, pretty much throughout the country. I mean, when you look at this event, you look at the idea, WGN picking up the pre-show. I mean, major sponsors coming on board. Again, you look at this lineup and for who's who of professional wrestling, and you know something, I got to tell you right now, when it comes down to it, Whether you talk about All In, whether you talk about Dynamo Pro Wrestling, whether you talk about any professional wrestling across this planet, there's two things. Number one, we have to thank the professional wrestling fans because events like these would not be possible without the fans of professional wrestling. And number two, these types of events would not be available if it weren't for such great news outlets throughout the world. And like I said, Pro Wrestling Opinion is one of those outlets that always brings the best in professional wrestling. Each and every time you have an opportunity to go to ProWrestlingOpinion.com. I got to tell you right now, Nicholas, it's always a pleasure to be here on Pro Wrestling Opinion. And like I said, we're going to be in just a little bit over 2 weeks, 17 days from right now. Pro Wrestling Opinion will be one of the websites that will be able to announce the winner of the 2018 Dynamo Pro Wrestling Riot on the River tournament. And I'm going to tell you right now, everybody says that summertime is usually the hot time for professional wrestling. I've got to disagree. I'm going to tell you right now, the summer was hot, but the fall is going to be even hotter with Dynamo Pro Wrestling. And if you're in the St. Louis area, if you're in the Midwest, you need to make it a point to check out Dynamo Pro Wrestling September 7th in Columbia, Missouri, September 14th in Grafton, Illinois, and on September 21st at the Concordia Turner's Gymnasium in St. Louis, Missouri. You need to check out Dynamo Pro Wrestling on Facebook and on Twitter. Nicholas, again, it's always an honor and a privilege, and I look forward to speaking with you soon.
Likewise here. Thank you again.